Hello, and with me, Winner and Jay, speaking of the last time where I started this series as Provence over here. And basically just took over southern France, basically, and I guess a bit of Italy over here, so I could form the Kingdom of Bavaria and get the achievement for forming it. So, yeah, I guess this episode I'm probably going to be taking over the entirety of Italy. Probably get a good chunk of the Iberian Peninsula at the very least. And just push north into Europe and stuff, I guess. Not sure exactly how much expansion I'm going to be doing, but it's probably going to be a decent bit. But yeah, I think to kind of try and start things off here, I will just go ahead and recruit another army. Because I know my regiment's limit is high enough that I can actually do this currently and get a third one. And there we go. So with all of that there, yeah. Okay, so not sure exactly what country I want to be going after first, to be honest. Here, maybe I could go after them possibly and start the push into Italy. Yeah, sure. Apparently Munster is now the Emperor instead of Bohemia. Huh. Alright, sure. I'm not even going to bother having my troops go all the way up there to fight them. Not even going to bother with that. But I will take over those countries. Now, after that one, I guess next up would be to deal with the other smaller ones over here. There we go. Now just two more smaller countries, I guess, to deal with. That one's actually a vassal of Naples. Right. I guess I'll just stop the expansion for now right there. Because honestly, I kind of think I feel like I should get more troops just to be extra safe for when a coalition does eventually form one that goes over 100. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and do this even more. Alright, so 5 armies now, I guess. That's probably good enough right now. So, I guess at this point, your currency at war with that country. Sure. You know what? I'll go to war with them next. Since they're basically been defeated at this point already. I'll go ahead and wipe out some of the smaller countries like that one there and what's left of Ottoman Empire, I guess. All my troops are going up there, so I don't care about that anymore, so go ahead and end the war. Alright, there we go. And I guess this land will be sold to Serbia since they control so much of this stuff around here now. Alright then. Good. So, now, aggressive expansion's up to 50. Alright. To be honest, I kind of like to take this bit of land off of them at this point. You know what? Sure, I'll do it. Actually, I think I'll just wipe them off the map completely, to be honest. Along with this country over here. Okay, I guess that's good enough for this war. Now, do I also want to do something with them? Honestly, I don't think so. So I guess I'll leave them be for now. And just deal with this stuff around here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that is much better looking for borders now. Nice. Got more lands there than I was initially anticipating, but yeah, selling more of that land would have kind of made it look a bit worse, I think, so yeah, that works out. So gross expansion is now just under 100, so one more war and that's guaranteed to go over. So, I guess I'll take over this country and just ignore Sicily, I guess. Because don't really have an interest in taking them over currently. So there we go. Nice. Gross expansion's over 100. Let's see if they all form the coalition I'm looking forward to. Doesn't look like it. Oh, there they go. Did it just before it went under 100. Naples is leading it. 6th strongest. Yeah, they're the strongest side border apparently. Okay. So that's everyone I'm currently at war with. Yeah, sure. I've already destroyed most of the invading armies. Yeah. I'm very strong compared to the other countries around here at this point, to be honest. You even have a pretty large technology lead at this point, even. Damn. Naples is fully occupied there. Nice. Well. France is falling very quickly now. I think I will kind of take advantage of this to clean up a lot of borders as well. Because why not, in all honesty? It's a perfect opportunity to redraw a lot of these borders and wipe out some of the smaller countries. Okay, that is now officially all of the land in my control. Great. So, Venice, you're going to lose that island. I don't care. You're losing it. Naples. Well, honestly not exactly sure if I want to take you over completely or not, to be honest, but I will definitely wipe this country out. And you. Alright. I think that's basically what I'll do here, kinda. Well, I think also take that stuff to sell it. You know what, yeah. I'll just wipe that country out as well. Why not? Okay, so push that far down into Naples, taking that land, take all of this stuff, basically all southern France, pretty much. Though I will be selling a decent chunk of that to France, just to kind of clean things up a bit border-wise, I think. But I think I will keep my access over here to the Atlantic, at least a little bit. So, yeah, I think that's good for this still. And over here, that land will be sold to Thaisley, I guess. And over here, that's there can go to Venice. And the rest can go to them, yes. Now for the cleaning up the border with France. Alright, so I think that's good for the borders. France gets a nice chunk of land right here. They get a little bit right here, and that's it. Not bad. So, let's see about getting some of this other stuff done right quick here. Because I think it's been a little bit since I actually touched the stuff. Okay, so, yeah. I think I will now take a break from wars to build more buildings, improve my economy even more, I think. So, yeah, I'll get to work on that stuff right quick. Alright, so I got all the buildings and everything built in all these provinces. Also went and maxed out all the economy in every single province as well, just cause why not do it? Increased manpower as well, so I easily got enough manpower for all these troops that I have. So, yeah. I think gross expansion basically just got down to 0 after all that, so honestly, not that bad overall, I think. So, I guess next up for me is to go after Aragon, I guess, at this point. Sure, yes. Also currently have Hungary as an ally, since they asked for one. And now my troops are taking them over here. There we go. And that is this war completely over already. Jesus. Okay. Not sure exactly how much land I want to be taking off Aragon here, to be honest. I could just completely take them over, I think. I could do that, but I'm not really sure I actually want to. I think I will just ignore them, I think, for the most part at this moment, because I don't have that much of an interest in moving in up here. It's like, at most, I would take this stuff here and that's it. But, I think I'd only really do that if I pushed further into France as well over there. So, I guess I'll just take over Aragon completely. There we go. Good. That's done. So now I guess I could go after Sardinia or Naples. Huh. I don't really like the fact that Naples went and did this, but I guess I'm going to have to do something about that. So I guess I'll go do this first, then I'll deal with Sardinia. And there we go. And that is that done. Naples is going to get wiped off the map completely. I don't honestly care at all. But of course, most of that land is going to get sold. I am not going to be keeping it. Alright, there we go. I think that's a bit better. Yeah. Okay, so now with that done, I will now go after Sardinia and take them over. And that is already over. There we go. Good. So my aggressive expansion is now over 100 once again. Nice. And there we go. England. Forming coalition. Alright. Sure. Thankfully, none of them have been colonizing. Thank God. None of them have started doing that yet. So it's literally just the stuff over here in Europe to deal with. Good. I even have Hungary here to help me out in this coalition. Not that I actually need the help at all. I guess I'll take over Sicily there. Push a bit further over here. May actually just take over the entirety of the Iberian Peninsula, in all honesty, to be honest. And push further up north over here. I could take over Venice. I could do that as well. Not sure exactly what extent I want to actually expand my borders in this one. I don't know what to so there. They're up there in England. Alright, sure. They finished killing all the enemy armies and went up there to deal with England. So now they're on the offensive against the others. Good. Okay, then. France is almost fully occupied. Just a little bit more and I'll be completely done there. And I think that's basically everything. Don't know why Paisley has a little bit of land over there. But alright, sure. Okay. That is this war completely over. So take over Sicily. And see about trying to clean up this area as well. Alright, so yeah. I think I'm just going to go out with this beast still, I think. Take over everything over here in the Iberian Peninsula. Just finish all that off, basically. Go ahead, wipe out Venice, get all that land. So I got something to work with when it comes to trying to expand them to the Balkans next. And also, obviously, kind of clean up all these borders around here by taking over all the small ones and then just selling all the land afterwards. So, yeah. I think I'm basically going to be pushing my northern border up to around here or something. So I'm not going to be selling much of this land, but I'll be selling a little bit of it. So, yeah. France, you get to have all of this land over here now. So congratulations to you. You gained quite a bit out of this beast still, despite the fact that you lost. Alright, there we go. I think that's good. Right there. So, I guess I could kind of just wrap things up for this episode, possibly at this point. Just take over these few countries or something that I kind of am annoyed by. So, yeah, I guess go take you over along with you and get the rest of the Iberian Peninsula actually fully under my control. And I'll also take advantage of this to just wipe out more of these countries over here in North Africa and sell more of this land to them, I guess. Okay, good. So, with that done, Gross expansion did go over 100, so there might be a coalition about to form. Went under, so probably not at this point. So, yeah, at this point, I guess, to finish things up for this episode, I basically just want to kind of take over some of these countries around here, possibly. Hungary wants to renew the alliance now, huh? Alright. It'd be nice if I could just take this little bit of land first, though, but whatever. I'll accept it, I guess. Also, there's this stuff I'd like to kind of deal with. Like, Hungary basically has under their control, but whatever. I can ignore it for now, I guess. Because it's not often countries are actually asking me for an alliance when I'm this strong at this point. It's very rare I see a country actually do that. Okay. Yeah. I think to basically end this episode, I'll just clean up this entire fucking area over here in the Balkans. Because this is just, yeah. The borders are shit. So, do I find another coalition to do that? Is the main question, I guess. I guess I could. And make things easier for me. So I guess this I'll fight one more coalition for this episode, I guess, then. Just to clean up these borders in the Balkans. All this land obviously goes to Hungary, because I have no interest in keeping it at all. I'll keep the rest of that traits there for now at the very least. And wait for a coalition to form, because this will allow me to basically fight every single one of these countries at the same time. Not forming a coalition yet, so I guess I'll just do this myself. You know what? Yeah. I'll just go to war with all the countries I need to fight manually. Over here. Alright then. That is the end of that war. Bulgaria gets wiped off the map completely. And Serbia, honestly, what do I do with you? Serbia is a one thing over here that I'm just not really sure about, considering they're not exactly Serbia anymore with how far south they've been pushed. I'd be fine with leaving them with that, to be honest. But, yeah. Why is there no other country over here that has a decent amount of land besides Bulgaria controlling that stuff? Why can't I release Montenegro or something? Actually, not Montenegro. Macedonia. Yeah. Why can't I release Macedonia or something over here? That makes things so much better for me. I guess I'll leave Serbia as they are there. So let's go and sell all the other land over here that I don't care about in the slightest right now. There we go. Got one more province over here to deal with, which I guess I will sell to Thessaly as well. There. Since Serbia apparently lost control of that island at some point, somehow. There we go. Aggressive expansion's over 100. And it has been the entire time that I was at war with all those countries. And they only just now go to war with me. Okay. Sure. Honestly, I don't think I have much of an interest in actually taking over that many countries here currently. But this will definitely be the final war without question. I'm not going to be fighting any others for this episode. I think I'm probably at the point where I probably need to start recruiting a larger army again. So I guess I could work on that after I finish this war. Considering I think Hungary is actually helping out quite a bit at this point when it comes to fighting these coalitions now. Because, yeah, that is kind of a decent amount of countries. Kinda. 10 countries total in this coalition. Well, Bohemia is guaranteeing the independence of literally every single one of these countries now. Okay then. They lost a coalition, so I guess they had a coalition formed against them themselves. Yeah. They were fighting all of them, while also trying to fight me. Damn. Okay, well, that changes things up a little bit, I guess. How do I go about dealing with these borders now? Because I want to take at least something, but this kind of prevents me from pushing up into Germany at all. Don't really feel like going into France. So I'd like to get that to the very least beforehand. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing that much expansion in this one. Okay, so I ended that war. So, I guess I'll wipe them off the map, since they basically have nothing left. And I guess I'll see about doing the same over here. Sorry, Hungary, you're going to lose your vassals there. I honestly don't care. So, they easily also end up losing a war over here, apparently. Huh. You know what? I'll do it. I'll take all this stuff for myself at this point. There we go. Now up here, I guess I'll sell some of this land to Bohemia. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's good for those borders up there at this point. Everything else I'll be keeping. Still need to sell this. Who do I sell that to though? Where? Basically split that between two countries, I guess. Why not? Okay, so I guess I will fight a little bit more for this episode. I guess. To clean up the borders just a little bit more when it comes to the new land I now have over here. You know what? Do I want to take over Greece too? I could. I guess. Sure. I'll just take over all these countries, I guess, over here. But I'm obviously going to have to wait a little bit for aggressive expansions to go back down again. So I guess in the meantime I'll do a little bit of building for all this stuff over here right quick. While I wait for aggressive expansion to go down enough so I can actually go and finish off the rest of Greece. Alright, so took a bit longer to do stuff there than I was anticipating. But yeah, doubled my army now that I also have this stuff here done. So yeah, aggressive expansion got all the way down to 0 whilst doing all that stuff. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and deal with all of this over here right quick. There. Just go to war with all of them, I guess. Why not? Also to war with them, apparently, for some reason. Okay. I'll just say that's the end of the war, I guess, since I took all this land. And they're the only ones left in it. Okay, you had alliance with them. Alright. There we go. Okay, so now I will go and sell some of this land there to Syria, I guess. But the rest of that I think I'll just keep, because, yeah, that doesn't look that bad in all honesty for my border. So, now, with that complete, what do I do? Because I got that goal completed now. So, Hungary, I think it's time I clean up the border with you. Alright. England still hasn't done any colonizing at all. Nice. And that there is the end of that tour. So, now, let's go and take this land around here. Alright, there. I think that's probably good for that border. There we go. Gross expansion is over 100, so, yeah. I think I'll call the episode there. So that's single province to France to get that cleaned up. There we go. Alright, so there we go. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the end of this episode here. Africa honestly doesn't look that bad. Surprisingly. Normally it's an absolute complete fucking mess, but it's mostly just divided up between 5 countries, basically, at this point. My area that's not really grouped up into one country is over here in the Horn of Africa. That stuff. Meanwhile, though, the Americas is absolutely shit, border-wise. And doesn't look like any country at all actually did colonizing. Wow. No one colonized. Damn. But yeah, is going to be the end of this episode here. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to actually take over the entire world in the next episode, but it's possible that might happen. But yeah, for now, that is the end of this video here, so I hope you've all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.